Alright, hello everybody, my name is Del Salvador and this is Kikuohana Act 2, which we will be reacting to now. I already did the first one, it is out now. If you already saw it, then cool. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I doubt you've seen it because it's fucking 4 in the morning, barely even. 3:50 as I speak. And this is good shit. I listen to a lot of music, I always listen to music. I'm listening to I've been doing almost an album every day for a long time since like first year of high school, right? And this is one of those things that I kind of briefly checked out, I because Act One and Act Two, right? I heard the first couple tracks of Act One a long time ago, and that's the general gist of that. Didn't really hear the rest of it. This I never actually listened to this at all. Um, I know that I might have heard the singles. I don't really remember what the singles are. I don't know by the videos, but there's no videos here because that's how I like it. Just album covers. But yeah. So this is Kikuohana. So if you don't know, I already explained in the previous one, but basically, this is not Vocaloid, but Kikuo is a Vocaloid artist, and this is a collaboration with Real Human Hanatan, who is a singer, and it's just I don't think so. Hanatan doesn't really do any of the music. It's just the vocals. Kikuo is the entire of the vocals, and if you like progressive rock and just experimental stuff, but not too avant-garde, but still really cool and creative and kind of wacky and stuff, um, you will like this. You will definitely like this. Um, Kikuo does not have any music theory knowledge, but he smashes the other genres like a kid in a toy box. He's a DJ, so all this has like an electronic kind of clubby undertone, but that could not matter in the slightest. You have bits of bits of jazz and waltz and techno and Latin music and other world music, and you have like a fucking like a samba, like an accordion solo, and then it's insane. Um, it's just wacky. So we're gonna get into this right now. And yeah, so this is I think it's Act Two opening, right? I think that is, yeah. Similar to the first one. All right. Okay. I always like those glitchy stuttering effects. Toy piano. And there she is. Loving the mixing. Again, you should listen with some headphones. I feel like I've heard this melody on was it Sight, Noise, Life, and the Earth from World 3? Interesting. Got some cellos back there or something. There's the accordions. You know what I don't listen to him a lot, but it kind of reminds me of Chevelle. Now that I think about it. But, honestly, I'm not liking the song too much already, but like, I'm looking at this album cover and like, all the details on it and stuff. It's pretty wild. Something tells me it's like a continuation of the last one too. It's like under the table. I think that's what it is. And there's a lot more references in this too. And nice vocals. Yeah, there's the Tower song, whatever it was called. There's Oh Light here and there. What is even happening here? Whoa. Holy shit. It's like straight breakcore. Like the bongos or the tablas thrown in there too. Yeah. I think this is the Sun and Moon song too. I want to wait for this to end first, but it just keeps going. It's gonna fade out. Interesting. It just clicked in. This just clicked in now, but years ago I heard this song from one of his earlier albums, Miku 1, I think. But I think the song was called and he became the sun and she became the moon, or something like that. And it was this weird story about how, like, you know, this guy and girl became the sun and moon or something. I think, unless it's its own analogy, I know there is an Inuitan folktale about exactly that, and I don't know if I could say it. It's kind of fucked up and doesn't make a lot of sense and kind of pervy, but like, you know, actually, Sam O'Nella did a video about Inuitan folklore stuff, and that's where I learned that from. So if you want to go watch that video, you'll learn about the Inuitan folk tale about how the sun and moon came to be, and trust me, it's way more interesting and fucked up than you would think for a folk tale. But I guess a lot of them are fucked up anyways. I don't know. Anyways, maybe the song's about that, but I have no idea. After this one, oh, there was a chord. There is other stuff. Interesting. All right. Okay. Not the strongest start. Oh. A jam, perhaps? Ooh. It's a nice beat, nice groove. I also, because I'm recording these back to back, I'm going to release them back to back. I highly suggest you watch part 1, because there's a lot of things, a lot of points I've already made, and I don't really want to reiterate, so. Nice vocals. So watch that one first. Ooh. Oh, it's real powerful. Even for her. Utilizing the low range a bit more. The jumping is insane, and there, that's the lowest I've ever seen. That's crazy, because like, she sings, like, it's crazy, this is like her average, but like, she sings so high. And that's real hard to do vocally, so you know. Oh, jazz break. Oh my god. Holy shit. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, a giant gross roach just kind of ran across my wall and behind my desk and then disappeared, so that's cool. We had a huge rainstorm recently, which opened up a lot of cracks in the building, and let me tell you something, this apartment building is really not fun. It's not cool, but I'm stuck here, so, you know, cool. Anyways, music time. Insane solo, still. Nice brass section. Big power note. Nice mix. Not the strongest start to an album. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the music itself is amazing. But, melody's lacking, it's not sticking. Nice. Ooh. Nice high notes, nice falsetto. Usually high notes have a lot of power, but right there, like that sounds like falsetto, but it's still really powerful. So I wonder, might not be powerful, but I wonder if she could go higher. That's usually how that kind of stuff works. I know the range is just power, 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 then cut off. I assume she can at least quietly go a little higher, I would think. Not again. So this is the one point I will reiterate from their other album, right? You need strong melodies. That's what you need. That's what our brains remember. All that kind of stuff. So if you do not have a strong melody, your music could be amazing, but it's not going to click with people. So the songs are amazing, and there's some fresh ideas from the last one. The last one was kind of using was by the middle of it was starting to use kind of the same compositional tricks. It was going about different ways, but like there was a lot of reoccurring ideas. Excuse me, propping up, right? I'm glad to see we kind of going with a fresh slate here. Track 4. Another promising groove, but it might not be good. That was almost, if not a, more than 1 meter going on at the same time. Polymeter, or whatever, I forget the term. Nice vocals. I really like this. I just wish the melodies were better on the vocal end. What sound is that? Interesting drum fills, I guess you could call them. Some nice sounds there. Sorry, I'm not much to talk about here, but like, you know, enough that I haven't said about the first album. And I'm not really liking these songs enough either to really have anything new to say about them. So I'm just kind of listening. Also, this one was a lot simpler than the other songs too. That is high singing though, for sure. I don't think I've actually heard her sing that high. This instrumental is pretty crazy too. Alright. Song 5. I think I've heard this one. I don't remember the song at all. I remember not liking it, but I remember the video for it. That's kind of a cool effect. These two albums kind of had a bit more of a theater vibe than his other projects. Just a little bit. Like in the delay on those on percussion. Another reason I'm not talking a lot. It's 4:50 in the morning. I should be going to bed. Okay, I want to get this out, so. Ooh, I like that. That was like some fucking Death Pile stuff. That was like power electronics. Between that power electronics, I went for that brief moment, and the in the breakcore section earlier. Sorry, my brain's starting to turn off a little. It's a little noisier, and I want to say darker, but not really, than the first album. Actually, Olight, which again is what, you know, this is referencing, that probably should have been on this album. Because even all these super glitchy electronics is definitely more in line with Olight. And Olight was kind of an outlier a little bit in terms of the other album. Would fit way better on this, I wonder why it wasn't. Considering it was such a strong start for that other album, at least, you know, first quarter or whatever. So, it would have been a strong start for this album too. It would have fit thematically more as well. really high. Sorry, I keep yawning. Ugh. My bad. Nice. Fade in out or whatever with the vocals. Man, I'm tired. At least I should be. Like that instrumental. Again, very noisy, good kind of noisy, good noise. Man, I'm tired. Oh my god, it's this one. I do know this song, it's a substitute, and this is actually a really good song. Now I can officially say this Act 2 was darker than Act 1. There it is. Groovy but glitchy instrumental. Nice real bass for a split second. Go check a little bit of a lo-fi segment. So good. Back to this. The music video for this, by the way, is amazing. I definitely recommend checking out that. Also, a different Utaite, which again is these people that do covers of Vocaloid songs and stuff. There is an Utaite called Octavia. They do speak English. They sing in English. They're on a Japanese. So if you want a really, really good English cover of this song, in case the Japanese language is it's a language barrier for you, check that out as well. It's amazing. She has an amazing voice. Cymbal work and that really atonal, glitchy solo, kind of. It actually kind of reminds me of the solos on Talking Heads or Made in Light. Excuse me. Got a guitar in there, I think. electric guitar, I think. Like I said in the first part, when you have a good vocalist, it can really drive home the emotion of certain songs, right? Um, and I also said that, um, oh man, I lost a train of thought. No, no, no. Right. I don't pay attention to lyrics that much, because I'm listening to music. Sometimes lyrics can make a song better. This is one of those cases, but usually they're separate. Especially nowadays, it seems like people will have their song, then they write their lyrics, and then they make their album cover, as in they take a picture of them in a very ornate, messy room. For some reason, it's a very popular trend in album covers for some reason. Anyways, um, it feels separate, And if I wanted to just read good lyrics, I would just read poetry. I would read a book, anything. Shel Silverstein, I don't know, just something, Because at that point, if I'm if the if a song is bad but the lyrics are good, I'm just gonna read it anyways. I'll just read. But if I like a song and or artist enough, I will start deep diving into the lyrics more and like their writing style and all that kind of stuff. And again, this is one of those songs where um, I do know the lyrics. I know the meaning. I've listened to English covers, like I said too, and again, Octavia's is great. So Kikuo likes to make darker songs, and usually they don't sound dark, but like again, I really like the darker tone of songs like this, like Substitute, like Oh Light from the other album, Act One, and this song specifically. How do I even explain it? Sometimes when when you're developing as a kid or whatever, right? First, well, even in general, right? First experiences, first impressions shape things, right? So let's say if you grow up in an abusive household or have an abusive first relationship, if you're young enough and it's bad enough, that will affect how our relationships going forward are. And this song's basically about that. It's about a girl who was in an abusive relationship and right now is in a really healthy, wholesome, positive one. But she does not know how to accept the wholesomeness. It feels really off putting and just wrong. So she can only accept like affection and stuff if it's in the form of abuse because that's how she's wired and kind of knows how to relate the two things and yeah, it's not great. um, but again, like when you have a song with a good melody and especially a good vocalist to deliver that melody, it just hits way harder. And you could have the exact same song and it could be meaningful, but like I said before, to me it's like an empathy sympathy thing. Like especially when you have a voice that's good, we can like make your voice crack on command and do all this crazy other stuff, right? It's almost like acting, where you can, you know, um, maybe a song's not really good, but you understand as the performer, as a singer, you understand the idea enough. You can kind of like act and kind of fake the emotion, which is what she is great at. But also, at least from the listener's perspective, if the melody is good enough, it kind of turns into sympathy, whatever the other one is. If I mix the two up again, where then it will with a bad melody, it ain't gonna affect you. With a good melody, it'll hit you, and it'll hit you way harder, and it'll connect immediately, and it'll stick with you. That is a 10 out of 10 song for me. This is an interlude, I believe. Interesting. I hope we get some more good songs out of this. I'm kind of let down so far. So many things happening. Like a trap beat, you have like your water dripping. Yeah, okay. Maybe like accordion solo. Could be bagpipes. No, it's not bagpipes. It doesn't exactly sound like accordion either. I don't know what this is. Now it's kind of like more of like a techno kind of, I don't know, kind of beat. I don't know if techno is the right term, but like, you kind of get what I'm saying. I'm not really well versed in electronic music, but or at least pure electronic music. I listen to a lot of music that like this would be categorized as electronic. The entire album would, even the first one, the first one especially, I would not say sounds electronic really, but I've heard this melody from somewhere, but I'm trying to learn, I'm listening to a lot of IDM actually recently. It's pretty interesting. Like the first album, second half, we get this weird, more childlike vocal. At least more Japanese anime, cartoony, whatever, child, They tend to be more like nasally and stuff with their voices for whatever reason. Darude Sandstorm? Is that Darude Sandstorm? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Guys, it's Darude Sandstorm. It's Darude Sandstorm, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Commentary would be so much easier, and my screen would look so much better if I had a chat on it. Subscribe so I can have a chat of people. kind of when I was gonna say speakeasy, not really. Kind of sound like mariachi trumpets for a second. We've kind of went back to the melody problems again. Oh. Nice panning on that profession. Liking those drums, whatever that is. I think there's a similar sound of that in Act 1, I think. Yeah, Mr. Morning, Mr. Night, I believe. I've also heard this beginning too. For a lot of these, there's music videos for some of these singles, and or for the singles, and I remember I've heard the first like couple seconds of some of these, but not the full songs. Or if I did, I didn't like them, so I forgot them. My brain deemed it as unuseful information. Dedicated my brain cells to something else. Not as many interesting ideas in this song either. The album in general, kind of, too. It's just kind of, it's, a little blander than the other one. Is that? Is that a really high-pitched oboe? Or clarinet, one or the other? The French horn or whatever that was. The album cover also doesn't really seem as good to me either, because like this and this are just screenshots basically from the All Light video. This is from the the bridge, the tower video thing. All these things, these are just like bits of just normal Siku paintings. So it seems like I kind of just like had to fill in some of the space or something. Again, this is from like a pass on as well. With how out of place this is, I imagine this is too. But to its credit, all this stuff down here is super weird and kind of makes up for the reused other art. We're already at the last three songs. Nice vocal, excuse me. Artwork kind of reminds me of Madoka Magica a little bit. An anime I still haven't seen, but it's been on my list for like the entire time I've been a fan. So like, I should probably watch that at some point soon. I've been saying for like 10 years, and will probably continue to say. Anyways, again, good mixing. We've got some more unique ideas, but again, melody is lacking. That sounds odd in the headphones. Interesting mix. I don't like this one. A little. Got a carnival waltz back. My. Or whatever. Penultimate song. Interesting sounds already. Super fast piano, but also a really creative way to use the bottom bass end. weird, just me, weird single samples. Ignoring this. I kinda like this part too, but just kinda. Yeah, I like it. I want to start this one. I want to get the intro melody stuff again. Whatever, I'll just think of it as an intro. I forgot what the intro sounded like, so I just wanted to. I'm sorry. It's 5 in the morning. I'm tired. Kind of a clubby beat here. Interesting. Man, I'm sorry for yawning so much. I want to go to bed and stuff, so I'm gonna read quickly. I never do this, but whoops. I want to do my thumbnail now. Yeah, that works. Also like that Phil Collins ass looking drum fill that was there for a second. There it is again. Last song, right? Cool. I mean, I don't want to be so mean, but like... Just want to go to bed. And unfortunately, this album has been a kind of a dud for me. Substitute a 10 the 10. Other than that, this album's pretty The quality, that's cool. The quality is just as good as the other one, you know? Mixing is still amazing, the arrangements and stuff, all that, you know? Great. Songwriting and the melodies horribly lacking, which is the most important part. I would say this album is probably a. Let me think. I want to say the album is like a. Oh, it's so. I don't know. I can't decide between. Yeah. I'm gonna mess this video. Sorry, Jesus. I can't decide between 4, 5, or 6, because again, like. Songwriting is the most important part, and that's the part that's horribly lacking, but everything else is top tier, so like, you know what, actually no it isn't. Now that I remember what I've been saying, right, there's less ideas on this album, the songs are a bit flatter, there's not as much going on in them. I'm gonna say 4. Which is sad, because, like, everything else about it is just so amazing, but, melodies are important, man. Not even a good closer, it's just, not that I expected one, but like, still. Just another song. Yeah, so, the only other one kind of note was the penultimate one. What am I looking at here? Oh yeah, I forgot he released a mashup album yesterday, or at least he reacted to one. A live stream, or maybe it was this morning, or whatever. Yeah, the only other one really worth noting is this. And, it's whatever, it's okay. Damn, man. That sucks. I had, I had higher expectations for this, and also kind of for the other one too, because it only really got 7, because it had a handful of some really amazing songs, and some songs that were all right. This just had like a lot of, and on the other one too. yeah, there's so many different ideas and things, and there's a lot really creative. In this, it's like all the creativity got zapped and put on the other one, and same for you know, the songwriting too. That being said, again, Hanatan is an amazing vocalist. Kikuo is an amazing um, composer and stuff. So like, I can't take away from that. Like everything else, like the mixing he does is top tier. The vocals she provides is top tier. Although it kind of got a bit one note the more it went on. Like oh man, she's doing some jumps, and oh man, she's doing a long, powerful high note hold again and stuff. It kind of started to lose its appeal and its power. But technically, again, like it's still technically good. All these compositions are still technically really good compositions, and the mixing is technically a really good mix. On a technical level, this is all done insanely well. Top tier. But again, like the songwriting was really lacking this time around, unfortunately. Um, Man, that sucks, man. Well, unfortunately, that's it for me here. Um, if you like what I like, it, oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed right after this. Holy shit. If you like what you heard, unlike me, um, then subscribe if you want. I try to cover artists that, for whatever reason, kind of get overlooked. Most, in fact, all critics and reviewers and reactors go for the big name artists and the stuff currently releasing, and I tend to not do that. I try to do some damage control. Sometimes if there's certain artists that I do like, I will react to their new stuff. Like I will react to the new Kiko albums or the new Tool albums or Dream Theater, whatever. I will do that. But mainly, I'm gonna cover stuff like this. I am planning to get my own music done and ready soon. I'm gonna be doing everything as evident by all the stuff around me. So subscribe for notices on when that's gonna happen. As of right now, I don't have anything original, so to speak, but I do have a channel with some mashups on it for right now. This is a channel I repurposed from my early high school era of life, so I don't know if I'm going to change these. I kind of want to, and I don't know what to change them to. So for right now, they're just going to be as is. All these can be found in a playlist at the bottom of the home screen of this channel to make it easier. There's also a radio down there, as in is a playlist of every song I've ever liked ever. And I say that in quotes because YouTube likes to remove songs from playlists for no reason. The videos are deleted; they're just gone from playlists all the time. So it's kind of a resume per se. If you want to see what I listen to and the songs I like and what I consider good, then have at it. There you go. You can use those as a personal radio for you too. I don't care. If you want to listen to it, go ahead. There's close to 10,000 songs, which is a lot. And I promise they're all good. Beyond that, I don't think there's anything else. I do record, I live stream my practice sessions. I'm just figuring out the audio, so the next one will be good audio. The last one was in mono, the rest are kind of They're just microphone audio, not like directly plugged in. And I purchased a bag for my keyboard recently, so I'll be able to play that live elsewhere at places. When I do that, I will definitely record it and I'll post it somewhere. So again, subscribe if you want notices on when that happens. And I think that's about it. So yeah, I am going to go to bed. Thank God for that.